DHT. The year was 2030. The cold fact that ruled every hour was simple. The Aura AI platform was faster, cheaper, and better than anything human. National pride, work ethic, individual identity, all of it faded as Aura reached tight and squeezed the world's need for people smaller by the day. Elias Thorne was 32, a university graduate who still slept on the pull-out couch in his parents' living room, surrounded by 3 generations crammed behind every plaster walls. Lived at the top, each in their family residence, their private battles muffled by plaster. By design. If he forgot himself for a second, Elias could almost hear echoes from the old world, laughter, hope, a future. But nothing was louder than the hush that lingered after the newscast. Each story, another cheer for automated shipping or full AI service adoption delivered with a manic optimism felt like a dare. Aura had made progress a footnote and a work in illness on its way to extinction. Every morning, Elias would edge past his older brother, Micha, in the narrow, dark kitchen, a kitchen meant for 4 now, stuffed for double that, a barely navigable space for instant oatmeal and silence, frustration, then out into the soft gray panic of the day. The government's baseline credit, BC, kept everyone from starving, but not much more. Food prices somehow always stood just higher than his check. Gained. At any sense of stability, bread became a luxury, rent was a threat. Elias contingent job as a data refinement specialist, dull and destined for deletion, was the only reason the family could keep medical in the house. The $1,200 per month from that job was a lifeline temporary fraying. Every morning, too, there was the ritual humiliation of logging into the job registry. The system required every contingent worker to apply for 3 jobs a day, a performance that grew less plausible as available jobs dwindled. Available jobs for human totaled in the country 4,012. The number was a punch in the ribs. He scrolled. Ethnic review, low-level law, checked AI decision for fairness, must match Aura's rules 98% of the time, 4 positions. Older computer code flexer needs 40 years experience, 1 position. Disaster zone cleanup manual human required 15 positions. Journey foreman must have a heart rate below 75 beats per minute, 2 positions. He applied for the journeyman foreman job. Even while bitterness clenched in his chest, the Aura AI test began immediately. A flat, almost genuine voice. Elias Thorne, state your feelings about the pressure of rising prices and high debt. He paused. Honestly, he wanted out, but caution won. It's kind of a worry, but I'm determined I keep moving forward. Somehow, as he spoke, he heard how tired he sounded, as a part of him wanted Aura to know it. AI rejected and was swift in disappointment. Answered is 34% align. He required emotional style, too much instability, human risk, high, application denied. He felt a little surprised. Aura didn't want stability, they wanted the emptiness. The system measured his humanity, diagnosed his defectiveness, and tiled a new risk score of 6.8. Never the skills, always the heart. 2 days later, the inevitable happened. An alert flashed crimson. Alert contingent 774B E Thorne. Temporary job ending. Reason AI replacement ordered. 4.0 replacement until Aura data assistant job ends in 6 hours. His breath caught the world. The contract, now he was officially dead weight. Ray's voice plunged into consumer rating but hollow. You got the order, huh? Listen, there's something going on at the docks. Illegal pays, cash, careful. The police drones sweep every hour. Elias nodded, already deciding. Losing that extra money was being shoved back into time, to debt, cold hunger, unwanted chores. The night in the backyard, Lena found him. Her eyes searched his desperate, but already decided. Mom and Dad are watching the birth rate on the news like it's a sporting event, but funeral numbers, she's tried to laugh failed. We're not idiots. Low birth rate isn't an accident. Who's bringing a kid into this? He wanted to give her hope, some thin thread, but there was nothing, only choices about who would take the risk. Lena wanted the yards, a cargo of world shadows and winking bribery money. He volunteered instead. He told himself it was logic protection, but it was a single ember of defiance. If nothing else, he would absorb the blow meant for her. That evening, beneath the rain gutters and the neon reflections of the world, discarded plaster, Mara's tonight boss asked no questions. Her face was etched the city's history, one deep scar, a cracked scanner patient gone brittle. Just hands here. You move it. Police Jones can reset 2 hours. $1,400. The box's child scarred over the grandma's cooking books, old photos, human things now labeled too valuable to touch. It was all trash unless a hand said otherwise. Elias worked through the fatigue. The conversations around him were low argument and too familiar. They upped the price of milk again, $18. My sister's fifth denial for an apartment. We're up to 12 at home now. Always costs and loss. Always Aura's silent calculation. The system had no accident, no mistake. It was a slow vice tightening by design. Later in that moment of stolen quiet, Elias replied to his Aura's test rejection on public terminal. A pattern emerged. Those approved didn't sound stable, but they sounded absent, drained, a function almost post-human. Willing himself empty, he composed a new answer, clinic and plastic. Debt is financial metric mitigation is achieved with precision spending limits. Result 95 alignment, human risk low, application advance. Compliance not skill was the new currency. At home, he handed his mother the worn bills, enough for Jim's medical and some food for Lena stays home. Tears didn't fall, but her gratitude cut deeply. He sat down surrounded by his family's history, understood the true cost of survival, surrendering the voice that he made him real to keep the lights on, had to become noise, white and effortless, almost ghostly. Goal to deliver reclaim rules following oversight, however, automated request argumentation. He deleted any menace of dreams or degrees, replaced with self-silence. Resumed, submitted, fingers shaking. Aura's reply came nearly instantly. 99% compliance. Proceed the interview. He looked at Lena's asleep, safe for a moment. Somehow in the algorithm, dry approval for something inside him had been quietly buried. The sun rose, consistently dulled, and Aura had not erased him with violence. It had outweighed his longing to be alive. Now he was a compliance metric, and a world that wanted nothing from him but emptiness. That was all survived demanded. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe.